Cardi B said she is too bored of being rich. Is that a thing? We're about to get into it. Cry me a river. Come on, Cardi. You were supposed to be cool. Hey, I need y'all to. Because we're on a mission to spread some practical religion. I actually like Cardi B. I think she's very entertaining. But she was under some hot water for, basically saying that she was bored of being, rich. She was too rich and she has it all and it's not cracked out to be. And so that begs the question that we're going to ask next. Should rich people really complain? And I'll even ask you another question. Where is your treasure being stored? Because that is the ultimate question that we're going to ask. But in the comments, should rich people really complain? Or are you tired of, rich people having all this money and driving around with fancy cars and then they seemingly, complain about everything? That's what we're going to be exploring. But first, let's get us into this article really quick. It says, having everything gets boring, Cardi B ripped by fans for out of touch confession. So let's see what she says. It says Cardi B has a problem that everyone wishes they had. Yeah, right. the ultimate the ultra rich rapper or ultra rich rap artist, originally from the Bronx, who spoils herself and her family with lavish gifts, has made a shocking confession on Twitter. Okay, not really a shocking confession unless you consider how incredibly insensitive and out of touch it is. Hence, why Cardi B's post is blowing up today. So let's go down to her post. And so you can see the Twitter screenshot here. She's replying to this tweet. And so the original tweet says, okay, last thing, when is Cardi going to transition to a full millionaire? Like, why are you posing with guns and things in the put it on the floor again remix video? Who escapes the hood just to relive it every chance they get? So if you don't know what they are referencing, she was in a music video with Lotto, and then they're just doing the normal, twerking and debauchery and all that stuff.
Yeah, I actually watched that.
Yeah,
I watched that today, and I was like,
oh yeah,
it's still the same thing.
Yeah, it's a crazy video, and then they're seen brandishing guns all over the place,
Yeah.
and so people thought that it was a connection to Offset, who had passed, who was her husband's
Takeoff.
or Takeoff. I'm sorry, Offset's her husband. It was a homage, or maybe had something to do with Takeoff passing away, but it doesn't. So it has everything to do with her being missing her old life, apparently. So you want to know what's so crazy? I was tearing up the other day because I miss my old life. Sometimes having everything gets boring. What? But I won't complain. What? You just complain. But I won't complain. It's not about me anymore. This is part of growing up and about my kids. But yeah, put it on the floor. Oof. What do you think about this?
Well, I wonder if I know she's saying her life is boring because she's rich, but I wonder if it really feels boring because she's so used to the trauma that she had for so long. And now she's like, oh, well, I can't really do all this trauma stuff that I usually do because I have kids now and I have this platform now.
Right.
So I wonder if it's like really the trauma thing more than like, oh, I have all this money, I can do whatever I want.
Right. So she was so attracted to that lifestyle that she's actually missing being in that lifestyle, even though she's able to elevate beyond that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was actually interesting because she has the clarity of mind to know that it's not all about her anymore.
Yeah.
And it's about her kids. So I mean, yeah, that's
growth.
That's a W take there. But at the same time, it's like, why are you missing your old life? You should be celebrating that God actually blessed
Saved you from it.
yeah, by elevating you past that lifestyle. Because I mean, you're waving guns. It's one thing to do it in a music video, which I don't condone them, twerking and doing everything that they were doing in that music video, especially brandishing guns. But it's one thing to do that in a music video, but it's another thing to, actually in, well, it's another thing to actually live the lifestyle and want to be a part of that lifestyle. But I mean, like I said, it's just as it's. I think it's just as bad to encourage that lifestyle
Yeah.
because she can buy everything, but if people see her doing that, then people won't be able to elevate themselves out of that situation
Exactly.
because she's such a powerful influence.
And they'll want to repeat what they see in the videos, which adds no value
Right,
to any
right.
of our lives. So, and I also wonder, like, does she want her daughter to, like, do the same things that's in those videos, or does she want her daughter to like go in a different path? I'm curious.
Yeah, because I mean, there is that video where I think her youngest daughter was like saw a clip of WAP or something or a clip of her and she was like, no, get away from the TV. I think that's an actual clip. Don't quote me on it. But I'm pretty sure there's a short video showing that. And so it kind of shows you that it's like, yeah, I'm out here and I'm, essentially selling my soul to make a buck and to make a living, but I don't want my daughter to be exposed to the same thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she is plastered everywhere. And so as she grows up, her kids aren't going to have a choice but to see,
Oh
what mama
yeah.
did.
Especially if they go to like a public school or even if they go to like a private school, any kind of school, like
Right.
other kids are gonna be like, "Yo, that's your mom over there."
Right. Yeah. It's like you have to grow up and it's like, oh, I saw your mom in this video talking about her WAP. And it's
Yeah.
like, is that really what you want your kids to be subjected to? And I mean, hopefully she understands because she got flamed by her fans, which
Oh
is
really?
yeah, which is another endeavor all by itself. And so hopefully it just kind of gives her the clarity of mind. And I saw one comment that said like, fame can be so isolating because you kind of become out of touch with reality because especially when you reach a level of stardom, there's a lot of things that you're unable to do. You can't just go to like the grocery store. You can't
Yeah.
just go out in public. And so I'm sure she feels isolated in that sense, but that is all the more reason why you should be storing your treasure in, the things of God, and you should be treasuring family and holding on to those memories. It reminds me of like we just had my cousin Gabrielle down, and it was fun just waking up and being able to go hang out with her, do whatever, like doing
Mhm.
whatever. It could have been we could have spent money, we didn't have to spend money, we could have just hung out. Like it didn't matter. What mattered was the relationship and the bonding
Quality
and the
time.
yeah and the memories that we made. And I think that's what gets lost, especially when you have all these material um, when you have all these material possessions and you have the ability to buy like anything that you want. What gets lost is like holding on to building memories with your family. She's got some beautiful kids, and she's got a husband, and she should be serving them. And I'm not sure what they seem like they're okay, but she should be focusing more on that rather than focusing on, man, I miss my old life. It's like we should always be looking forward. We should always be climbing up the mountain to God. So we want to remind you, should rich people really complain? We're about to answer that right now with our points, but we want you to answer down in the comments. So let's get into our points right now. So our first point is
Point is, you can have everything in the world while at the same time still be empty and unfulfilled. The only way to have true contentment is to be pointed towards Christ and also, as you said, pointing forward. And I think the perfect Bible verse that is a good reminder for us to always look forward and forget the past is Isaiah 43:19. Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland.
Amen.
I like that. So my Bible verse is, or my point is, everyone has things they could complain about, but it's better to focus on what you can be grateful for and treasure your blessings. Treasure the memories, treasure the moments that you can have with good people in your life because that is what matters, and that is storing up treasure in heaven. Just like Matthew 6:20 or 6:20 through 21 says, it says, store your treasures in heaven where moths and rust cannot destroy and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your hearts will be also. And so this is saying like, hey, yeah, all that money, moths can come and destroy it. Coins will get rusted, right? People can come and steal your possessions. They can steal your money. Those are just earthly things. But you need to be storing treasure up in heaven. You need to be storing treasure in the things of God and really molding yourself to become more Christ-like and in your relationship with God, which will trickle down to your relationship, one with yourself, and then your relationship with your family and everybody else. And so then like your desires of your heart will also be with them, and so you'll find that you'll have more peace, you'll find that you have more stillness, and you won't even worry. It's like the old things that passed away, literally, because you're not going to be worried about reverting to your old life like Cardi B, because you have been made a new creature. But that is just what we think. We want to know what you think. Should rich people really complain? That is the question that we need you to leave down in the comments. Hey, if you like this video, you're going to want to check out this one next because it's a banger. We will see you over there. But until next time, don't be beta. Serpent Alpha
And the Omega.
Like for the algorithm.